We're Retirement Dreams to Reality. I'm Keely, this is Bruce, and this is our vlogging series, One Step Closer.
Episode 8.
In this video, we talk about things that have been successful this month that take us one step closer to retirement. We call them our wins, but unfortunately there's always a couple of fails. So the first win for me this month is my September wages. Now, I am a teacher, but I work for a private company, so I don't do any work in August, which means I don't get any wages in September. In all previous years, I've had to take money out of savings, I've had to beg, borrow, steal for the month of September to get me through. So about this time last year, it was Bruce's idea that I take a certain percentage of my wage each month and put it into a separate pot of my savings account to say that's going to be my September wages.
Yeah, and I think what was good about the app, his Starling app, you can create, we said before, you can create the little buckets, can't you?
I did it in the Chase app.
Oh, you did it in the Chase app, so you made a little bucket.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So you made a little bucket, and then every month you put a little bit into that bucket, and then over a year it's worked out.
It's called September wages, and I calculated how much I would need to roughly replace a month's wage in September.
And that's the first time you've done that, isn't it?
The first time I've done that.
And that's made our lives a lot easier. Because last September we were struggling a little bit, weren't we?
And I even put enough away that I've paid my entire year's tax this September. My entire year's insurance this September.
Right.
Normally I pay for it monthly.
Right.
Or pay for it on a credit card.
Yeah.
And I've paid for the entire month's insurance this month.
It's almost worth, in a way, putting a little bit. I know you worked it out to the penny, didn't you? But it's almost worth miscalculating it a little bit, and then you could have a little bit left over at the end, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Like a little bit of a buffer, but at least you did that, so that was good.
It was good. It was the September wages little pot was a real win.
Yeah, really good idea. I like that.
What was your idea?
Well, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do it, though.
Definitely doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to do it, but I did this month.
So mine was a mobile phone. So we've been on with Labara for quite a while now, haven't we? Like a couple of years.
Yeah, I'd say 2 years.
And we decided that. Well, the problem is with Labara, it was great and it was really cheap and it was okay, and it was like a couple of gigs each, wasn't it? Like 4 or 5 gigs each in terms of data. Yeah. And even though we had the Roman as part of the package, it wasn't enough for Europe.
No.
And we realised that now we're going to do the Mediterranean cruises and we can kind of do a lot of the Med. That actually having that security of having your phone and having your data and everything else is actually quite a big benefit, isn't it?
And my students have started to hotspot off me a little bit.
Right, okay. So we realised that straight away we needed more. But the thing was, it's not like we were like... Because again, this whole thing's about one step closer to retirement. And we are trying to cut costs and things like that. But actually, because we've been with them so long, the deals at the minute are really good, aren't they?
Yeah.
So if we're just a fraction more, we're saving... It's cheaper over the next 3 months because we've got an offer. But even though it's gone up a little bit, the number of gigs we're getting extra is going to save us having to buy extra bolt-ons and stuff like that, isn't it?
We were paying £5 for 5 gig.
Yeah.
We're now paying, overall the year, it works out to £7 for 50 gig.
Yeah, so we were just being silly.
So, yeah.
But again, it's like everything else. It's the whole point of this vlog that, again, don't let anything sit, check things.
That's ID Mobile.
Yeah, we went with ID Mobile, so that was really good. So that was the mobile phone one, so that's quite a big win.
Yeah, that was a good for both of us.
Although saying that, the whole process of trying to set it up was an absolute nightmare, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, go on.
My other win is Cunard. It's sort of a win for both of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you've seen any of that other...
If you've seen any VAT?
If you've seen any of our other videos, you will have seen that I went on a 4-night cruise on Queen Mary 2 Cunard's ocean liner to Bruges.
Simple things didn't know I miss until they're gone, and you feel like this, and you feel like this.
And I absolutely loved it. And you loved the look of it as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it was lovely. Like I said, we've got a previous video where we go through the whole itinerary and the kind of whole pros and cons of the whole ship, but it looked amazing.
In terms of one step closer to retirement, we're learning all the time that within reason, literally any cruise company will do. And we're really flexible about places. So the more flexible you are, the more bargains you're going to get, aren't you?
Yeah, I think, it comes back to the fact that we've realised again that we were quite happy that when we retire that we can take the dog for a walk, we can go to a coffee shop and have a chill. And I think that's the same with the cruisers. We're not overly wanting or singing or dancing, even though we got off the P&O and went, oh my God, we need to get back on the Royal Caribbean because we missed the Central Park, which is a bit of a contradiction. If push comes to shove and we have to make that sacrifice, we know that actually we can make the best of it, can't we?
I loved Cunard. Absolutely loved it. It was a beautiful, beautiful ship.
But if the choice was between going on a P&O and not going on anything at all, we'd definitely still go on a P&O. So,
absolutely. If the price was right, absolutely.
Yeah. So again, we don't need a lot to keep us happy, which is good. My next one is so basically over a year ago, one of Keely's favourite films was Pretty Woman. So I saw that there was theatre tickets for the show.
Get ready for a big night out.
Welcome to Hollywood!
Big. Huge. Pretty Woman the Musical. OK Magazine and the Daily Star's 5-star smash hit must-see show. Now playing at London's Savoy Theatre.
And then we went in September to see the show, and it was really good, wasn't it? You really enjoyed it.
Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was fabulous.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was good, but I do like the theatre, actually, and I didn't particularly like the main singer. I didn't think she was great, but she was a star, wasn't she?
From Love Island, yeah. Katie.
Whereas I thought the men were much stronger because they seemed a bit more theatrically trained. They seemed a lot stronger in terms of their voice, so quite enjoyed that.
Please remember, if you're enjoying this video, or even if you're not, please help by liking and subscribing. Like and subscribe. I need to say.
But again, that's made us realise, hasn't it, that we do want to kind of do the theatre stuff, because at the minute we can't do it because there's a big theatre week, isn't there? And I think it's in September, isn't it?
Beginning of September, I think.
And we're back at work.
They're really cheap, theatre week.
So if we can go and do the theatre week and get some really cheap shows, that's again something in retirement we'd love to do and pursue, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So again, that's another win for us that we realised actually that's something we can do later on. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My final win is a joint win. The YouTube videos.
Yeah, they've gone really well.
In terms of retirement, we're really growing. We're growing slowly and steadily. Like and subscribe. The subscribers aren't growing quite as fast as we'd like.
The whole reason we do these videos is we enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing the editing. You enjoy being on the videos.
Yeah.
Me, not so much. But I enjoy...
It's something to focus on in retirement, but we try and give useful information, don't we? So the fact that there's some engagement going on, it's being received really well, and this is at the very start of the journey. So in 2 years when I retire,
and that's the whole point of these vlogs as well, that we're trying to help people out. We're trying to give information out, so hopefully somebody else can benefit from it. So
just little things.
It's a nice little plus, that.
Yeah, so that's the end of my wins.
My last one is protein. So we've realised, I've known for a long time now, that protein's really important as you get older. And you've kind of known it as well, but recently you've kind of got a bit of a push, haven't you, to kind of take in more protein and sort your diet out, and you've started losing a bit of weight this time as well, haven't you? So that's a big win. And also you don't have to spend a fortune because protein is expensive. So we found a little protein section, isn't there? Yeah. Where you can get little wraps and you can get
protein wraps, protein pancakes, protein flatbreads.
Yeah, so that's worked out quite well.
I'm trying to get over 100 grams of protein every day. And for the past 3-4 weeks, I've managed that.
Yeah, but you have to, like I say, you have to be intentional about it. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
But that's quite a big win. So do you want to do your fail?
Right. So I only had one fail until about 4 hours ago, and now I have two. We've had 2 trusted house sit rejections this month in the past couple of weeks. One got back to me straight away, lovely. Said her dog was very, very nervous, so in this occasion it wouldn't be suitable. Actually, then another one got back to me and said that her dog was fine with the dogs and she'd definitely consider us for future sits, but a resit had wanted to go back, so they were choosing her, which makes perfect sense. If you've already had a sitter that goes really well with your dog, you're going to choose them over somebody else. And then the final one came yesterday, and I sort of knew it was going to be a rejection, really, because when we applied, no one else had applied, and he sent me a really nice message saying, "Oh, we've had quite a few applicants, so I'm going to go through them and get back to you." And at that point, he'd only had one applicant. He obviously didn't know that I could see that. But then when he finally had 5 applicants, he got back to me and said, "Thank you, but no thank you." So, yeah, that's
yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? I mean, we've realised that we do enjoy the pet sitting, but we realise the limitation is our jobs. So the dates we can't always do, and the fact that we want to take Chase, because it's not fair leaving Chase by himself.
We don't want to leave Chase anymore, do we? I've actually changed our profile to include Chase in with us.
Yeah.
So, but we're trying to find a bit of a sit for Christmas. Yeah. But to be fair, I'm convinced we will. I'm sure we'll find something.
Yeah, and like you say, a lot of the time you said, don't they leave it till like the last minute?
Oh, loads of people leave it till the last minute. It's
so
ridiculous
we'll
how last minute people leave it.
Yeah. Shall I do my next fail and then come back to you then?
Yeah, you can do.
So mine is octopus. So it's more Keela than me. So she always fix. In the past, Keela would be in charge of all the bills and everything else, and then she's always done, like when we did the mortgage, it'd be like a 2-year fix.
Fixed.
When we've done the gas, it's always been a fix.
Fixed.
So Octopus came up with a fix a year ago, and she said, "Right, let's just do it. Let's do a fix, because you just like that security, don't you?"
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's not worked out. It's not saved us any money, so we've ended up paying more. And we're basically there's no point of even going on to the new fix that's coming up. We might as well just let it roll onto the standard rate.
I don't mind. It's up to you.
Yeah, that didn't really work out, but.
It's happened to me in the past with mortgages I've fixed, and then it's turned out I made a really bad decision, but at least I knew what was coming out every month, and that suited me, particularly when I was a single parent. So, and my final loss is fail. I can't show you. I seriously cracked my phone screen this morning. Came out of the gym, fell out of my pocket, bang, straight on the floor. I've dropped it so many times, it's never smashed before. And obviously a new phone could be £500-600. Luckily, it's got a cover on it, so I'm going to continue using it until it becomes too difficult to continue using it. But that probably means that we're going to have to fork out for a new £500-700 phone.
Yeah, and again, luckily we've got the emergency fund, so that's the whole point of having that emergency fund. These things happen, and we know that we're covered.
Both our phones are 4 or 5 years old, probably five years old now.
Maybe.
So we were thinking of replacing them in the next couple of years, but it
be
might be a sooner rather than a later, unfortunately.
So it's always worth checking out your insurances and stuff, which probably people know a lot about anyway, but again, just check those out, because it might be an option.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes, and hopefully it's okay and we'll be able to last for another 6 months or so.
That's Retirement Dreams to Reality, Keely and Bruce, and thanks for watching. And like and subscribe.
Well, you don't let me talk, so I don't know. It takes me a while to get into this. I end up looking really like fucked off for the first 10 minutes.
Hi.
All right, start again.
Hi.